Thank you. Yay. Hi. My name is Todd Masterson, and I want to talk to you guys about overcoming the biggest obstacle in my life, because let's face it, coming out is a thing. Okay? I grew up on a farm in Missouri, the youngest of 3 boys, and I have known I was gay my entire life. I know a lot of people say that, but it's true. I have been obsessed with boys since day one. Obsessed. I didn't really know what gay was, per se, but I knew that I was madly in love with Ricky Schroeder. And one day we would live in a house together and I could kiss his cheek whenever I wanted. I didn't know it was gay to constantly want to make out with your friends when you were Boy Scouts camping in the middle of nowhere. I didn't know. I didn't know that making your friends lay on top of you for 10 minutes before you would let them play your Nintendo was gay. I didn't know. I didn't know that. Because see, where I grew up, gay just simply didn't exist. Not for me, anyway. It was the middle of nowhere, small-town Missouri in the 80s. I didn't even meet a Jewish person until I was 13. The only example of gay I ever had was about my elementary school art teacher. We'll call him Mr. Stinger. Mr. Stinger had an air about him, a joie de vivre. He had a tiny mustache and an adorable lisp and a wife. Okay? And he was so sweet. He was so nice to us. And he always gave the best compliments. Oh my God, that is the best lamb anyone has ever drawn. It was a bunny. His wife, Mrs. Stinger, was the librarian. She was a strong lady, and she taught us about the Dewey Decimal System and microfiche. Now that I'm grown up, I know what they were doing. I see what they did there. And it's funny because Mr. Stinger later became the principal of the school. And after I lived in New York, I moved home to substitute teach. And he was always like, you got to take me into the city and take me to all the fun clubs. Easy, Mr. Stinger. We get it. So like I was saying, my hometown just did not have a lot of gay. And you pretty much had 2 options. A, you could marry a woman and have kids and pretend not to be gay and have sex with truckers at rest stops. Or B, you got out of there. That's it. For me, that was it. And as appealing as a little understall action from time to time sounded, I got out of there. When I first got to college, Southeast Missouri State University, home of Rush Limbaugh. When I first got to college, I was bi, and only to my closest friends. I used to say things like, I am a connoisseur of art, and I think the male form is equally as beautiful as the female form. Yuck! Yuck! I was on the Buy Now, Gay Later program for a couple of years. I never thought I would completely come out of the closet, and I definitely never thought I would tell my family. I mean, I was 6'7" and wearing spray glitter from Hot Topic. I was painting my toenails, but I would never say I was gay. See, I have a panic disorder, and everything makes me nervous. I'm afraid of everything. I get nervous to take ibuprofen because I'm afraid my body will react weird to it and I'll die. I get nervous to drive over bridges because I'm afraid they'll crumble and I'll die. I get nervous to talk in front of people because I'm afraid I'll die. I'm afraid of everything. There was no way I was ever going to tell people I was gay. But then I went to London. My junior year of college, I got the opportunity to study abroad. And I was very nervous to do it, but I knew I had to push myself because it was 6 months in Europe where you only have class on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and the rest of the week you're encouraged to travel. I was stupid not to do it. When I first got to London, I hadn't told anyone I was gay yet, but one day I was walking and I realized, I don't know anyone here. This was way before social media, so it's not like anything I did was ever going to get back to my family and friends in Missouri. I was gay. Oh my God, I was gay. I finally could say it. I finally told people, and I was just gay all the time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, just gay, and it was awesome. I went to gay bars. Thank you. I went to gay bars, and I went to gay clubs, and I went to gay farmers markets. Because everywhere I went was gay, because I was there and I was gay. It was amazing. I even tried to date a little bit. It was bad. One night, my friends and I were at a club dancing called Heaven. And we're dancing, and this guy keeps making eye contact with me, and I'm like, whatever. We're dancing. My friends are like, go talk to him. Now, when it comes to boys, I am very Madonna. I like them English, okay? Well, I used to. Hi, babe. So I was like, all right, I'll go talk to him. So I dance over, and I'm standing there dancing to it, and we keep making eye contact. And I go, hey. And he was like, hey. And then I said, do you want to dance? And he was like, we already are. I went, yep. Hey, I tried. Living in London was perfect. We spent Halloween in Dublin and Thanksgiving in Amsterdam. I bought gay porn in Paris. It was awesome. And then I suddenly realized my semester was coming to an end. And I was going to have to go home and go back in the closet. And I was going to have to like girls again. And eventually I would marry a woman. And we would have kids. Oh. I would be just like Mr. Stinger. That would be my life now. I fell into a huge depression. I stopped eating. I couldn't get out of bed. I cried every time I heard a Madonna song. Just tears all over. I felt like I was dying a little bit every day. I flew home just before Christmas, and I was excited to see my family and friends, but secretly I felt like I was rotten on the inside. One night, a couple nights before Christmas, my mom and I were home alone. My dad had gone to an American Legion meeting to talk about flags. You know, Missouri. My mom was in the kitchen doing dishes, and I was in the living room staring at a TV that wasn't on. And she said, out of nowhere, my mom said, Todd, could you come in here, please? And I stood up, and I shuffled into the kitchen, and I said, yeah, what's up? Without turning to me, still doing dishes, she said, is the reason you're so depressed because you're gay? I couldn't move. I started shaking. I couldn't think of anything. The one word I could say, the only thing I could think of was, maybe? And then I started crying, I never thought I'd tell you. And then my mom turned with like suds all over her hands and gave me a big hug, and she was like, I don't care, it's okay. I love you, I don't care, it's fine. And I did it. I finally told my mom. It was out. The one thing I never thought I'd do, and it was out. My mom and I went to the living room, and we talked about everything. It was great, including my mom said, you know, I always thought I'd be gay until I met your father. I mean, I experimented in college. Okay, well, nope. All right, what? No. Okay, first of all, this is my night. Because it is one thing when you come out to your mom, but when your mom comes out to you, no, ma'am. I was just like, yeah, we'll just glaze over that part of the conversation, pretend we didn't talk about it, because nope, I'm good. By this point, my dad had come home and gone to bed, and I didn't tell him that night. I've actually never come out to my dad, but I'll talk about that more in a minute. My mom and I stayed up, and we talked about everything, and I don't know why it was so hard to talk about, because my mom's sister is an out and proud lesbian. And my mom's cousin, Robbie, who we call Uncle Robbie, has been gay my whole life. Like, it runs in the family. I don't know why we never talked about it. We had the best conversation. It got pretty late, so we decided to go to bed, and my depression instantly lifted. I felt amazing. All I wanted to do was stay up forever and just be gay. It was awesome. Right before I went in my room, my mom turned to me, and without any more care than telling me what time it was, she said, you know you're going to get AIDS, right? Oh. Mom! What? No! Are you kidding me? I said, we're taking it back to the living room. And then we sat down to talk about AIDS. See, here's the thing. Uncle Robbie is the only gay guy my mom knows. And Uncle Robbie has been HIV positive since 1984, when he was literally diagnosed with gay cancer. But Uncle Robbie is rich and attractive and lives in Manhattan. And I had to explain to my mom that in 1984, every hot rich guy in Manhattan got 1984, if you know what I'm saying. All right? And his HIV has never turned into AIDS. Like I said, he's super rich and has always had the best care. And then I had to talk to my mom about condoms and safe sex, and it was gross. But I did it, and she realized the error in her ways. I went to bed that night happier than I'd ever been in my entire life. I slept like a baby. Thank you. The next day, I had plans to go to a house party with my brother. And as I was getting ready, I realized, oh, God, I have to come out to him now, too. And then my other brother, and then my dad, and then my friends, and then everyone, forever, because it never stops. That is coming out. That is the rest of our lives. Even if I was Madonna famous, I'd still have to come out from time to time to someone who didn't know me. Just last week, I was mattress shopping alone, which is a weird thing to shop for alone. The salesman said, you should bring the little lady in sometime and try one out. And I don't know if I was tired or in a rush or if I was cranky, but I just said, yep, will do. Because sometimes you just don't want to explain everything all the time. Anyway, back to my brother. I decided to drive to the party, and as soon as we got into the car, true to form, Scott said, so, did you get any pussy lately? Oh. I said, nope. He said, no, why not? I said, because I've been busy. He said, busy? You're never too busy for pussy. What's the matter with you? And then something just came over me, and I snapped, and I was like, Scott, I'm gay. I'm gay. Mom knows I'm gay. I'm pretty sure everyone knows I'm gay. We're listening to Bjork, for God's sake. I'm gay! I totally expected a freak out, but he just went, yeah, I'd kind of heard that. So what do you want to drink tonight? Like it was nothing. I was so scared for so long, and it was so easy to just say, yeah, I'm gay. Like it was so easy. And it was so easy. I had been so scared for so long, and it was just so easy to tell him. So the next day I told my other brother, and then my friends, and then strangers on the street, and everyone all the time, because it was awesome and easy. Well, everyone except for one person. Remember how I said I never told my dad? Actually, in the grand scheme of things, I never really cared. I know that sounds bad, but it never really mattered to me to tell my dad I was gay. I love my dad. He's a great dad. But he's never really cared about anything more than our happiness. He's just one of those dads that's like, yeah, whatever, have fun. I just didn't think I needed to tell him. We made it through Christmas. I packed up my stuff, and I went back to college, ready to take on, like, the big gay world. A few months went by. And my parents own their own construction company, and Scott, my brother, works for them. One morning, Scott was at the break table getting ready for his day. My dad walked in with an armful of magazines he found under my bed, and he laid them out on the table, and he said, I found these under Todd's bed. To which Scott replied, that's good. It would have been weird if you found them under Mom's. I love my brother. Remember how I said I bought gay porn in Paris? Well, apparently I left it underneath my bed and forgot to take it back to college when I went back after Christmas, and my dad found it while he was cleaning the carpets. Scott explained my gayness to my dad, and true to form, my dad said, oh, okay, whatever. And then he threw away my porn. My beautiful Parisian porn. He threw it away. I was terrified, though, the first time I brought my teeny tiny husband home to meet the family. Because it would be the first time they ever saw me be gay. Because it's one thing to know it, but it's another thing to show it. And wouldn't you know, I'm pretty sure my family loves Rob more than they love me now. They talk about him all the time. My dad will call me just to find out what Rob is up to. I've been so scared to tell even one person. And then I told the whole world, and it was fine. I had been so scared to go to London, and then I went, and it was awesome. I had been so scared to move to LA, and then I did it, and I met my soulmate, and it's been amazing. Thank you. And it wasn't until recently, just now actually, these past couple of weeks when I was writing my thoughts down and putting together this show that I realized it's not being gay that's holding me back. I am. Me. And this brain. And this giant body. This is what's holding me back from doing great things. Not gay. Gay is easy. That's nothing. I have such wonderful things in my life and wonderful friends, and wonderful things are happening every day. I just need to take a deep breath, step back, and calm down, and just head out into the world. Because you know what? Everything's going to be gay okay. Thank you so much. I'm going back in my house.